Brian told me we were coming to couples therapy. A lapse in abstinence is not the same thing as giving up on your commitment to it.
My almost 10-year-old and I had just told her about anal sex because it came up.
Repeat after daddy.
Something like that happens. I'm like, okay, that's divine intervention.
God loves us. What are you talking about?
I scheduled sex on the way to this broadcast.
For today's Messy Special, we've got the dynamic duo Brian Ruben Sowers and Judson Morrow. Brian is the self-proclaimed late bloomer turned creative who found fatherhood, writing, and queer community later in life. He's a husband, dad of two, and founder of Gay Gaming Professionals. Judson is the former party boy turned sober mentor, sales pro, husband, and daddy vibe extraordinaire whose story of recovery and reinvention will have you cheering. Together on their podcast, Dads and Daddies, they're tearing open conversations about sex, love, identity, fatherhood, and queer life. Community, are you ready? Please help me welcome Brian and Judson. Hi, Brian. Hi, Judson.
Hi.
How you doing?
Brandon. So
What's
good.
Welcome to the show.
Oh my God, we are so thrilled to be here.
I'm so excited to have you.
Oh my gosh.
Come on, Dads and Daddies.
Oh my God,
Represent.
it warms my heart.
Yes.
Brian told me we were coming to couples therapy.
Oh my God. This is
He's
that.
been trying to get us to couples therapy.
I was like, he finally agreed.
Oh my goodness.
We've been talking so much on our show about Ho Church.
Thank you.
We love it so much. We
Thank
brought our
you.
listeners to see it.
Yes,
we talk
you
about it all the
did.
time.
It was such a good vibe. It was such a great vibe.
Oh my God, we love it so much.
Thank you. And then you just interviewed, or we just had them on Jay Jordan.
We had just had Jay Jordan
So
on.
exciting.
Yes.
Look at that.
Oh my God, what a crush I have on Jay Jordan.
He's the best.
Oh my
He's the
gosh,
best.
yes.
I love this crossover. Okay, before we get too far in, let's give you the messy mandates. Okay?
Yes.
So things get to be unprocessed. Any opinions or thoughts shared have the right to shift, change, evolve today, tomorrow, or 10 years from now. And if during the kiki something feels too personal or unintentionally offends, we use the safe word foosball, which gives us the chance to pivot accordingly and address accordingly. Which, by the way, you gave me on your show a foosball set.
I did.
Which I'm very excited about. It's at home. I'm ready to ship it back to LA. I can't wait. I'm gonna actually we're gonna have to make a set, like a segment. I was thinking about bringing it today, but I just had too many things.
Get that.
Because we could have played foosball here. You could have taught me how. All right, shall we start with a lube breaker?
Yes.
Gorgeous. Today's lube breaker is, let's see what it is. It is lick or ick. So I'm gonna give you a prompt and you'll tell me if it's something you would lick or if it's like an ick. Okay?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So lick or ick mint chocolate ice cream.
Lick.
Lick. For
Lick,
sure.
lick?
Yes.
Wow, tell me why. It's an ick for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know. First of all, chocolate ice cream is an ick for me.
Oh.
But I do like chocolate chips. But then the mint, I don't know, the flavor palette, I want it to be an Altoid. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Not
I
ice
love
cream.
me some chocolate, man. I mean, my chocolate peanut butter is my go-to.
Oh, okay. See, I only like peanut butter on the sandwich. I don't like a peanut butter candy.
If there is peanut butter in an ice cream, there's nothing better.
Wow.
But mint chip is probably my second favorite.
Okay.
I'm also a late mint chip convert. I used to not like it.
Okay.
And then in the last, I would say like 5 years, I'm down.
What was the story? How did you discover? You like tried it again?
Yeah, I was in the process of like trying lots of new things again for the first time.
Fair.
So,
That's good.
like anything I had ever done completely wasted, I was doing
You were,
as
like,
a
doing
sober
again.
person.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe I actually do like mint chip.
Oh, and you found out you did.
I'm a fan.
Okay, maybe that'll work out for me too. Yeah, because I feel like as you get older, like your palate evolves a
Oh,
little
for
bit
sure.
more, and things. that
Cottage cheese,
Yes.
yogurt, all the
I
things that were
fucks
gross.
with cottage cheese.
Bottoming for me. You know.
Bottoming
There
for
you go.
Brian.
Yes, I fucks with cottage cheese. My partner makes fun of me because I'll put cottage cheese, and y'all might find this gross, but cottage cheese with a little bit of honey and then some fresh blueberries. Look at your
That
face,
sounds
Dad. Stop it.
incredible.
I don't know
It's
that I've
incredible.
ever eaten cottage cheese.
You want to amp that up a little bit?
Tell me.
Throw on some grape nuts.
Ooh, a grape nut?
Yeah.
That sounds so bougie. I love it. Okay, lick or ick Chipotle burritos.
Lick.
Ick.
Heck, why is it ick for you?
I'm from Southern California.
Uh-huh.
I'm from Los Angeles, and I have very high standards for
that
my Mexican
burrito.
food,
Got
and
it.
I've never been able to get down with Chipotle.
Okay, how about you? But if for you,
I'm from Toledo, Ohio. That is the extent of my answer.
perfect answer. I used to fuck with a Chipotle burrito, but then I discovered I don't know how to explain it, but the couple times that I had it, I would literally take a nap. Like I would just like finish the burrito and then I pass out and then I wake back up. And I was
Right.
like, oh, I think it's too heavy for me. Or
Well, and
something.
again, bottoming.
And again, you can't really bottom with that burrito inside of you.
I also, and I think this goes back to the Ohio part, it calls to my value orientation because I can pay $15 and have lunch and then dinner 5 hours later. Like I've never eaten.
You've never eaten the full Chipotle?
No.
Oh, that's what I did
it's
wrong.
Half and half. Yeah.
I would finish the whole thing. I'm such an A student. Oh, you're supposed to. Okay. Maybe I need to retry
But
it.
you could do that with any burrito of that size.
It is a massive burrito. Now, I did fucks with the Chipotle quesadilla.
Oh, I was going to say I do love a Taco Bell bean and cheese burrito.
Now, Taco Bell and I do not agree.
No.
It's just the guts. she's just an animal for me.
Judson and I went to have a very late dinner at a Taco Bell, leaving a sex party earlier this summer.
Oh, my goodness.
And then both of us were destroyed for the following week.
Yeah,
and whether
absolutely.
it was the Taco Bell or the sex party, we'll never know.
I know what it was at the Taco Bell. It will destroy you. There was one across the street from my dorm, and that's how I learned the hard way that that's not for me.
Yeah.
We were both in bed for 3 days. Like I texted Brian like, dude, are you okay? Because I feel fucking terrible.
Yeah.
And he's like, tell me the symptoms. He's like, yeah, I've got that too.
Do you know Seinfeld, the show? Like there was an episode where Kramer heard a dog coughing and thought his cough sounded similar, so just wanted to know what the dog's diagnosis was. It was kind of the same thing. Like I went to the doctor for the both of us.
Yes. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Perfect. Okay. Liquor ick, sex outdoors.
Oh,
Lick.
Yeah.
I have too many allergies that I can't.
Oh, I've had some fun times on Fire Island and the meat rack.
Yes.
The TikTok in Provincetown.
Okay. Work.
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah,
People love sex outdoors.
Yeah.
At Ho Church, I ask where people like to have sex, and the number one answer is always outdoors.
Yeah.
Every night people say outdoors.
Yeah.
My outdoors would be like on somebody's balcony.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That
like,
too.
That I
Yeah.
could do.
Well, there was a sex party that I was at with your husband in Fire Island at a house. It was all outdoors. I don't want to give away the organization if they don't want to be given away.
Ooh, okay.
But no,
Bleep it.
not that, but the organization that threw that party.
Oh, got it.
But your husband was helping at the door, and it was a beautiful outdoor party, but at a private
that.
house.
Yeah, a nice house, private house. I
Yeah.
can do that. It's when people
I'm not
go,
going to put myself at risk.
No.
Right.
Okay, so like they're in, is it San Diego where Black's Beach is? And they make, like, I don't know, the gays love to go to Black's Beach, but like you got to climb down a cliff, and I'm not here for that.
No.
Y'all got to fuck out of here. Okay, liquor ick, armpits.
Lick.
Lick.
Okay, yes. It was a lowercase L lick for you. You thought about it.
No, I do. I mean, you so often encounter deodorant, but like when you don't.
Yes.
Yeah.
Licking deodorant. When I go to sex parties, I make a point to shower before, and then I won't put deodorant on. Because if you put deodorant, like I don't want to lick your ice.
No, I think the sex party that we go to most regularly has a rule against.
Ooh.
Deodorant,
Yeah.
right?
No deodorant. No cologne.
Yeah.
What does it smell like in there? Because like, are people showering before, or what's going on?
Yeah, it's a well curated crowd of mostly NJBs.
It doesn't smell like a corn maze.
Okay, great. Okay,
No, it doesn't.
Okay, great.
But it definitely smells like men having sex.
Okay, well that's fine. That's fine. Because it could be a real.
Yeah.
You know, when people don't have to put something on, it can get. I'm like, but you also have to shower. Like you don't have to put deodorant on, but you do have to shower.
You want a little bit of aroma.
I'm okay with an after gym, like if we both were working out. But like
same.
if you work out and then you didn't shower and now it's 7 hours later.
No.
You've been sitting in that.
Yes.
And that smells like rotting cheese. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just like not the vibe. Or
Yeah.
smegma. Do you know what smegma is? Google it, but with the privacy on, okay?
Not on your work computer. Well, maybe if you work
Yeah,
here.
it depends on where you work. If you work here. A liquor ick, remote control butt plugs.
I mean, I've never tried.
Oh, lick. I have one, and as a daddy, being in I've done both. Like I've been daddy on both ends, but I find that my sons particularly enjoy my having the remote control while they have it in. I've actually gone a step further, and I have made a necklace out of it.
Oh my
so
God.
I'm like wearing it while I'm playing with them. Yeah. Two L's lick.
Incredible.
Yeah.
I had somebody ask me if I wanted it, and I said I did, but I was also nervous about it.
Yeah.
Because like, you know, I don't want to be at the Chipotle just, you know, buzzing around.
Like, oh, I've seen those videos where to be fair, we haven't gone out in public. This has all happened
in a private,
in a bedroom, in a living room, whatever.
Oh yeah,
but
I
this
think
is like
in terms of just like being surprised out at like
just like
I'm at a show and all of a sudden
no couples will like go to Starbucks and do it.
So by day, I work in PR and I work in the video game industry.
Okay.
And when I very, very first got into the industry, this is probably like, I don't know, 20 years ago, one of my very first clients was a client that was into internet-controlled sex toys, so that like if your partner was, say, in the military, they could still like log on and control what was happening.
See, I don't like that. That's too much freedom.
Yeah.
Or that's too much control. Like, what? Like, where? Like, you're somewhere else. And I'm living my life and then suddenly I'm buzzing. Nah, babe. I don't like that.
I mean, I think the way they sold it was like you could schedule some time together and have some like intimate moments even far apart.
I love scheduling sex. That's one thing.
Yeah, I'm all about scheduling sex.
Please put it in the calendar and then we can make it happen.
Nothing unsexy about that.
There's nothing unsexy. People find that unsexy, and it's always like, even in the beginning when you start dating, you're scheduling dates, and you know that you're gonna fuck on that date, so you are scheduling sex.
Yes.
Anyways. I scheduled sex on the way to this broadcast. Not for today.
Okay.
But I mean, someone got in touch, asked me my schedule the next like 10 days, and I was like, here, or here. And we were able to land on something. And people often ask, like, are you going to be in the mood that day? And it's like, for this particular man, yes, I will be.
If I'm scheduling it, and
I will be.
Yes, I will be.
Yeah, because then you look forward to it.
Yes. And you're like kind of edgy, there's a little foreplay happening on the way. Yes. I was surprised. For the first time, I had a Grindr hookup that we scheduled like a week ahead of time. It's the first time it's ever happened.
Yeah.
And I was certain they were gonna flake. I was like, all right, we'll figure it out. It happened.
Yes, awesome. Good for both of
Brandon,
you.
Who's gonna flake on you?
People do. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has their thing. But listen, it was perfect. And it was like this person, let me describe it. They were 6'4",
hot,
6'4",
lick,
and the fattest ass.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to like flip, but I wasn't feeling it. But I did prepare myself to flip. But then their dick wasn't working, so I didn't have to flip.
That's
God.
Yes.
We're really looking out for me now.
You know what? Anytime I worry that like God might not be okay with what we talk about on our podcast, or how I'm living my life, something like that happens. I'm like, okay, that's divine intervention.
God gave us that booty hole with the prostate. He said, use it.
Yes, exactly.
Come on. Anyways, y'all won the game. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You win my unconditional love, and you win a lollipop outside of this cute little ass.
I'll take it.
Thank you.
Pick which one you want. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yes.
All right,
a blow
Cherry.
pop. You
Is
know
it
what?
for now or later?
For now.
Okay.
Open it. Enjoy
really?
yourself.
Okay.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but if somebody gives me a lollipop, I'm gonna have it.
Well, yeah.
I picked a grape one, and I want to say I don't typically like grape lollipops, but I actually saved them for my husband because he likes them. But today I'm gonna try something new. Maybe this will be my mint chocolate moment.
This will be your return. Yeah.
Maybe. Okay. Wait. I'll let y'all get that open, and then let's see. Is it hard? I can do it. No, actually, I want you to zoom in on this. The pressure.
I have 2 kids,
so
like
it took me no time to get
you're like, I know how to do this.
Yep.
This is my first time eating candy. Sorry, guys.
It's perfect.
Why is this in 17 pieces?
I don't know. Sometimes it happens like that. It's perfect.
All right.
There we go. Okay.
Now we got a drip catch.
Yeah.
There we go.
You're
Look
smart.
at that. How is it?
Oh, good.
Good?
I love
sour
cherry.
apple.
You love
blow
cherry.
pop?
Sour
Oh
apple.
my
Okay.
God. Yeah.
Grape. Here's the grape. Let's see what I feel about it.
What's the brand that you have there?
It's the organics.
Oh yes. So you don't have like a true grape. You have
not a
this
true
like
grape.
healthy
It's
grape.
like-
These
it's
are
a
the
healthy
lollipops
grape.
that our kids' pediatrician hands out at the end because they're
And
healthy.
that's right, because we're healthy here.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I picked the blow pop.
These are plant-based. It's like, sugar is a plant.
See. Okay, I will say this. I'm not mad at this.
Okay.
Good.
I don't know if I'll pick it again.
Yeah.
Wait, let me ask this. So you're an official daddy. This thing might follow me.
Official.
Official daddy. When did you become an official daddy?
You know what?
Because people use that term a lot.
They really do.
And so tell me what it is.
I would say, and it's not that complicated because I want to uncomplicate it for people.
Please.
It's often like age banded. I don't think that's appropriate necessarily. But right around the time I turned 40 is when more and more men started to call me daddy. But what we often talk to people about and teach people about is it doesn't have to be bestowed, right? Like this is a moniker, this is a title that can be taken.
Yeah.
And as long as you're willing to be of service and create the space to teach and coach, like that's daddy.
So daddies, like, what is the official definition of a daddy? Because I always think about daddy as like age, but like the official definition is
right. So the official definition for me is daddy is the person who drives the car, who creates the space to be of service to his partner, which essentially creates a lot of options for positioning, right? Like daddy can be bottom, daddy can be top, daddy can be side, daddy can be femme, daddy can be masc. Like as long as you are operating out of the act of service and creating the space, that to me is daddy.
But expand on what you mean by service.
Like, let's say, for example, your son is a top. Like, it would please your son to be able to fuck daddy, right? Even as the bottom, like, you're still being daddy because you're providing them the space, your whole, like, very specifically, to please them. So for me, it's just keeping in mind what they want and making it available to them, which then becomes like position agnostic.
Coaching.
There is coaching, mentorship.
And
it comes with age because it comes with confidence. Like being able to provide that space for people is often something that comes with time. But I know a number of like 25, 27, 28-year-old daddies because they're very good at providing the space and the coaching. A lot. Like you don't have to agree with me. That's fine. A lot of people disagree with me because this definition is not for everyone.
Sure.
It's a definition.
Yeah.
But the way you talk about it in practice, there is a lot of like language and behavior that is very kind of quintessential daddy. So like, do you want to talk about like when you do your call and response, for instance?
Oh, yeah. So if I were to, we'll just do it.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
Repeat after me. I'm hot.
I'm hot.
I'm fucking sexy.
I'm fucking sexy.
Daddy wants me.
Daddy wants me.
I'm daddy's good boy.
I'm daddy's good boy.
How'd that feel? Really good.
Yeah.
I can tell. I can see it on your face. Like, you are a flutter.
Yes.
It's that kind of language. It's that kind of, control and also providing the space. I'm glad you brought that up. Right?
Maybe I am really daddy because I feel like that's how I show up in most of my partnerships. Is in a way of coaching, mentoring, taking care of, being of service. I am most turned on by other people's pleasure and being able to provide their pleasure.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, it's age agnostic, it's position agnostic.
Sure.
And it doesn't have to carry into every single facet of the relationship either. Like it could just be sexual. Like even in my own relationship, I'm in a age gap relationship. So is Brian. He's older, I'm younger. In our relationships, neither in the relationship itself or in the sexual sphere is there a daddy dynamic between the two of us.
Yeah.
But we daddy other men.
Yeah. Got you. Thank you for. The more you hoe, the more you
hoe. Star.
There, thank you. There it is. Perfect. Shall we do some messy mail?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lovely. Okay. As always, your submissions remain anonymous. This one says, I hooked up with my ex again after 2 weeks of solid space separation and self-loving. I really need to quit him, but I don't know how. Any advice? What are your thoughts?
I have a good one.
Tell me.
And this comes from Smart Recovery, not from 12-Step Sobriety. Mm-hmm. And that is simply a lapse in abstinence does not mean that you are giving up on your commitment to it. So even though
say that again,
a lapse in abstinence is not the same thing as giving up on your commitment to it.
Wow.
Right. Because people really beat themselves up over like having had a drink, having had a cigarette, having taken a Molly, whatever.
Yes.
And it's like, dude, you're just on a path to eventually rid this of your system. It's okay. The space between your hooking up is going to become longer and longer and longer until it's actual years. So, you took the space 2 weeks. That's incredible. Some people can't quit their exes for 6 hours. So like you did it 2 weeks. Maybe next time try to go for 2 weeks and a day. Like you'll get there. Just like don't beat yourself up over it.
Oh, I love that. That's so soft. It it's not about perfection, right? It's not about being perfect. It's not about getting it 100% correct. It's just about acknowledging the journey, acknowledging the path that you're on, and celebrating the wins.
Yeah.
And the win is you did 2 weeks.
2 weeks is 2 weeks is
2 weeks from your ex.
Great.
You know, especially if they got that good dick. Like 2 weeks is a
hell of a long time.
That's a long time.
Especially compared, like, we don't know based on the context of this question how long they were together.
Yeah.
But it's like if you were together for like months or even years, like 2 weeks compared to what you had, like it's a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
be
it's
gentle.
Be gentle with yourself. I love that. Okay, beautiful. This is a confession. Here we go. It said, I exchanged underwear with a couple on the plane, and then they came home with me after they missed their connecting flight. Have y'all ever done that?
No, I have never done that. No, but I love
Have you ever
it.
exchanged underwear with somebody?
I have not exchanged underwear with anybody.
Have you?
I'm in conversation with Son, a listener of the show, who is interested in collecting a piece of my underwear.
Wow.
Yeah, and I had kind of never thought about it, but I'm into the idea.
People pay for underwear for like different people to send them their underwear.
Yeah.
Like on OnlyFans and stuff like that, which I think it's a great business.
I was gonna say maybe
you just gotta wear your underwear a couple
new
days and
revenue
mail it
stream.
off.
I
And
love
that's what I'm
that.
saying.
And if you just buy like a Hanes 5-pack, I don't think this person cares that you're not sending them like Andrew Christian or whatever.
Right.
No, I think they'd prefer it to
They'd
be
prefer
like,
it to be a little ratty.
Yeah.
Right. I told him I would go to hot yoga in it. Rub one out on it, let it dry, and then send it to him.
That's incredible.
Wow.
My God. I just don't know if I would, even if I missed the connecting flight, I just don't know if I would leave the airport.
No, I know. That's you and I are.
When's the next flight?
I guess fair, but I'm like, damn, then I gotta go through TSA again.
I know.
Fair.
And as Judson says, there's always more sex to be
There's
had.
always more, like,
Yes.
this might be cute, but
Yeah.
But if they have clear or pre-check, they're probably like, whatever.
correct.
You guys are too young to remember this, but like back before 9/11, there were like lockers. Like you could leave your bags in a locker.
Oh, really?
And then like go, yeah. So if you had a long layover,
you could like
leave your bags, go to a restaurant,
and then come back.
Yeah.
That's definitely pre.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. I don't know nothing about that, but incredible. This one says, I'm sad and trying my best to be okay. What does moving through grief look like for you? I was unexpectedly dumped and can't let go. I did something crazy and I regret it.
I mean, that's not a lot of context, but I mean, again, it goes back to forgiving yourself and understanding that we are not perfect and that we can't undo what has been done, but we can look at every moment as the beginning of the rest and try to be better. And I think, and I was going to say this too, with the previous question, try to understand about yourself, like what did that relationship give you that you are missing now, that you can either find within yourself, that you can find in another way that maybe isn't even a romantic relationship.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. We talk all the time about what are your hobbies? Are there ways to find, people, make a new community through your hobbies? Are there ways to make new relationships or fill your time in ways that give you the same or similar ways to fill that void, because if it is about companionship, maybe it doesn't have to be romantic companionship. If it is about like validation for, who you are, there's so many ways to feel validated, and so like really like search yourself for what was I getting from this relationship and what am I really missing?
I love that. Do y'all have grief practices in general?
I do. Since my dad passed in October, it was the first time that I had experienced like very extreme grief.
Yeah.
I was probably checked out for about 5 months. It was a long time for me to get through it. And the grief practice that I have now is like he exists as a token out in the world. Like there are certain things that I will see that will remind me of him, and I do accept those as like messages, and they feel like really sweet and happy, and I just sort of like lean into that when it happens. A good example is probably like 3 months after he passed away, my mom and my dad met in college, and it's not a big college. It's a college in Ohio. Like I think this was the first time in 17 years in New York, someone in Park Slope was running across the street and wearing a t-shirt from this college. And I was just like, thanks, Dad.
Wow.
Like, thank you so much. Very, very cool. So grief can just surprise you. Like it just comes up in all sorts of different ways and places.
1,000%.
And I would just say, like, you know, you can look at your past, but don't stare at it. If you're at all embarrassed by your behavior, like that's just a message to us that we can like act differently moving forward.
Yes, learn. Yeah.
I mean, I have a personal belief system that is not right for everybody, and we've even heard from listeners who are bothered by it, which is that I do believe everything happens for a reason. And so I have a mantra, and I don't consider myself a very religious person. I am Jewish, and I'm very culturally Jewish, and my Judaism is important to me. But my mantra that I tell myself, and I believe it wholeheartedly, and I say it to myself all the time, is everything happens for a reason. Everything will be fine. I live a blessed life. God is with me always. And I've recently added, so what are you worried about? And in my personal life, that has always proven to be true. And I've gone through some tragedy. I haven't gone through the degree of tragedy that maybe others have. I've heard, like I said, from listeners who've said they've either suffered through, survived, tragedies, or known people who have, it's really hard for them to say everything happens for a reason.
Sure.
But in my life, it's true. And, I think a breakup, there's so much to learn about oneself, and that I think, again, cliche, what doesn't kill us makes us stronger. Like, you will move on and you will come out of it. And I think knowing that this is all part of a larger good is helpful for me.
Yeah. Grief is hard. And I always think that, there are so many kinds of griefs, that there are so many kinds of deaths, like physical death, work, friendship ending. Like there are just, deaths are always happening around us. And so I always think that it's important to have a politic around what is your grief and how do you deal with it? Because we're just going to we're constantly doing a cycle. And so for me, kind of the biggest components of it, or the poles of it, are one, leaning into community, like letting the people closest to me know that it's happening. I think I used to be somebody who was, I'm going to just take care of it myself. And I learned that does not work. That you need to let people be there for you in the same way that you would be there for people. So it doesn't have to be everybody, but I remember at one point I was going through a really hard time, and I put a bunch of my friends on a group thread, and I said, just so you know, this is happening. I might take some time for myself, but like, this is happening. The second piece of that is taking time for myself. Like knowing that you might have to be in solitude for a little bit to feel the feelings that like I'm not going to expect myself to be normal. In fact, I think it's disrespectful and unfair to ask myself to feel normal and to be my normal self, or to try to get back to normal. So if I need to be in solitude, if I need to binge, Housewives for 20 days, like I do what I need to do for myself. And then I think any kind of release, right? So like if it's crying, if it's screaming, if it's yelling, if it's journaling, like what are the ways to kind of get this thing
taking
moving?
Yourself to someplace that makes you happy.
Going to the gym, like what are the or going to yoga, like what are the things,
or sex eventually,
but what are the things that allow me to I think stay connected to this temple, this body of mine that is experiencing the grief, and not trying to get rid of it, but I think release it, which are not the same. Like I'm not trying to run away from it, but I am trying to release it so it doesn't stay pent up, because I think when it stays pent up, it starts to do other things. And so what are the ways to release it? And then of course the final piece being time, and just like that can be the hardest, but it's like, this is going to take time. You won't be here forever.
But it's hard to believe that in the moment.
Absolutely. It's really hard to believe, but it'll take time. Heals wounds. It just does. And so, just surrendering to the fact that it might be uncomfortable, it might feel shitty, it might feel, all kinds of ways, but also that feelings vacillate, right? And like that even in grief, you might find laughter. And like, don't beat yourself up for that.
Well, that's the thing, and it keeps coming up this whole time we've been talking. Like, be forgiving of yourself, and don't beat yourself up. I mean, it's much easier said than done.
Yeah, releasing expectations.
Yes,
is also part of that. Like, what is grief supposed to look like, or what is this supposed to feel like, or when am I supposed to be done with this? Release that. You just kind of have to go.
When I was first coming to terms with being gay, and I went to the counselor at my college. He suggested that I go take myself to see a movie by myself. And that was such a scary thought to me. I thought everybody's going to think like, why is this person not with somebody else at the movies? And it was the most liberating thing once I like just forgave myself for like, what do I care what anybody thinks?
1000%.
And then you go to the movies by yourself and you realize you're one of a dozen other people who are there by themselves.
I know the way that we stop ourselves from experiencing life because we're not attached to somebody and we're afraid that people are going to think we're losers.
Yeah.
Maybe take yourself to that nice dinner by yourself. God. Who gives a fuck?
I recently took myself out to see a couple different shows and dinner to my favorite restaurant by myself.
It's the best.
Oh, nothing like it.
It's the best. You ain't got to talk to nobody. You can order what you want. You got to compromise about nothing.
And was it in my head like, oh gosh, I wonder what they think of me here? The server's like, a little bit. But
they don't probably think nothing about it.
Exactly.
Like they don't.
Yeah.
Like the times I've gone to restaurants and I've never focused on the other table. I'm never like, let's talk about that.
Isn't that funny? You finally realize like, oh right, I'm not focused on anybody else. So why would they be focused on me?
And if they were focused on you, they're fucking assholes.
Just in life in general, you need to remember that.
Period.
Yes.
I'm never focused on a solo diner, but I have been focused on a first date where I'm like, bro,
1000%.
ask her one question. Ask her one question.
Looking at your phone.
Ask her one question about herself, and you will get a second date. But for the last 45 minutes, you've just fucking talked.
Yeah, I know.
I love to do things. I don't say alone. I just say like independently. Like I've started to go see music by myself because my husband and I, music in terms of like a qualifier for friendship like doesn't mean as much to me as it did when I was like 16.
Yeah.
Like if you didn't love David Bowie or The Doors, I thought you were a loser. And now it's like, well, this is what I like, and they're playing, at the Mercury Lounge, so I'm just gonna go. You should try going to like a music by yourself.
Yeah.
It's really great.
Yeah. No, I've taken myself to theater, to movies.
That.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, we're gonna make a mess. This one says, it's a little longer. My best friend became an alcoholic. It feels like it happened overnight, though I'm sure there were signs there. She denies it, even though she's gone from the most organized person I know to someone who flakes, or if she does show up, her breath reeks of booze. I've tried to intervene, but I'm afraid if I push too hard, I'll lose her altogether. She's my daughter's godmother, and my daughter has been asking if her godmom will be at her birthday in a few weeks. Truthfully, I haven't even invited her yet because I'm afraid she'll show up wasted. But I don't know what to tell my daughter. I guess I have a lot of questions, but the biggest is, how do I take care of my friend? Her family relationships have never been strong. It's been the two of us against the world most of our life. Truthfully, I've only ever seen addiction in movies. I feel so lost.
I'm gonna...
I appreciate the nod to me. Listen, it's so much easier for you to see what is happening because your friend has a disease, and your friend's disease is telling them that they do not have a disease. That is addiction, and that is why so hard from the inside we don't recognize that like the call is literally coming from inside the house. The best thing you can say, because she'll only be ready when she's ready, is I love you and I'm here for you. Like if there were moments where people had come to me and said, you're an alcoholic and you need to stop drinking, I would have just cut them out of my life. Yeah. I am so, so grateful that every single person who is still in my life as a person who's still very much actively in recovery, like this is a daily practice for me, gave me the space to come to the conclusion that I needed to change, which, don't get me wrong, for your listener, is really fucking hard. Like I'm telling you that like you need to just wait for this person to come around. That sounds insane. That sounds insane. But the best thing you can do is tell them you love them, that you're here for them. in terms of like inviting them to the party, maybe they do come wasted, but maybe that's a blessing in disguise, because then you know that you can offer a safe space for that person, right?
Can I approach this from the parents' point of view, please. As in terms of talking to your child about it and inviting to the party? Listen, I don't know how old your child is. I have daughters who are about to turn 7 and 10. And my almost 10-year-old and I have very frank conversations. I was telling you when you were on our podcast, I had just told her about anal sex because it came up that she had was concerned about AIDS. And so we got into a whole conversation about that. I really do think that in any topic, if your kid is, well, actually, regardless of age, you can find a way to talk about really tough topics in a way that they can understand and without shame. And, you know, like Judson said, really saying, you know what, I think your godmother is a little not well right now, and I think it's probably best if she isn't here for that, but we can celebrate with her privately maybe another time. But I also think it's okay to explain that there's these kinds of illnesses that we fight that are very challenging, that like Judson said, like she make her feel like she doesn't even want to admit it, and we want to help her, but we can only do that when she's ready. So right now all we can do is give her love and give her the space to get to where she needs to be. But I really believe in speaking to your kids and being open and honest and direct in, you know, we all know our kids, you know what level they can take, you know, but my 7-year-old, and you met the mother of one of my 7-year-old's friends. This mother has a non-binary kid, and she introduced herself to you at Ho Church, and she wanted me to say hello. Hello. She was so appreciative of your kindness, and my 7-year-old has been her non-binary friend's like staunchest defender at school. And I got a text from this mom saying, you know, your daughter is the only one who like corrects herself when she gets the pronouns wrong. And so like at 7 years old, if they can figure that out, like there are ways to talk to kids about so many topics. And I just think you just need to not couch them, because then that makes them feel like there is shame. There is something wrong.
Yeah. It feels important to talk to them because they're sensing it on some level.
Kids are so
they know.
smart.
They're intuitive.
They know.
They're so smart. Their brains are not full with all the crap that ours are. And so they really notice every subtlety.
And they're visceral level.
And they don't know what those feelings are, and it can scare them. So if you really just very plainly, and again, without shame and without judgment, just explain what is happening on a level that they can understand, but also don't dumb it down too much.
Inside of addiction, we've not actually talked about addiction on the show before. I guess I'm curious, like, did any of your friends or family talk to you about how they were able to just allow you to be? Like, what was the thing that allowed them to just like let you be, as opposed to being like, you're doing something?
Oh, wow. That is actually a question that I have never asked. And I am now I'm like wanting to get on my phone as soon as this episode ends to say, like, how did you have the fortitude to just wait? To just wait. And to be fair, a lot of my friends and family didn't know because I was so secretive about it, right? It's like I would drink socially, and then I would leave the party at a reasonable hour and then go off by myself and do insane things that they never saw and only heard about like after the fact. Even my husband too. Like there was just a lot of hiding. So in a way, it's hard to explain why I feel this way, but I appreciate that the friend in question is showing up drunk, because there is a part of me that is convinced that she wants you to know, right? Like this is her getting closer and closer to admitting that there is a problem. So the fact that she's doing this publicly instead of in private is actually like a really healthy sign.
Wow. I never thought about it like that. Yeah.
I will say that your husband is very resourceful and very solution oriented, and I know that when it did get to a point where he knew there were problems to solve, that he immediately was on the phone trying to figure it out. And so, one thing that maybe you could do in the meantime is find your own support. And I don't know the system in Al-Anon and all that well, but maybe in the meantime you can really research, so that when the time comes that you are prepared.
Yeah. Did y'all know each other during?
I have never had a drink around Brian.
Yeah.
I have only ever been, and to be fair, like I have lapsed in the time that I have known Brian.
Yeah.
But I have been in recovery the entire time that we've been friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Incredible. First of all, we're going to do our final mess, but I just want to say thank you to both of you for, one, being here, and for two, being so open and so forthcoming. And these are conversations that are so important to me to have. And,
we agree.
We don't always get to dive as deeply as we really covered the range.
Yes.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to be here. And you are very easy to have these conversations with.
We
You're
feel like such
magnetic
spirits with you.
Yeah.
Yes, and we're both a little in love with you. So
thank you. I'm in love with y'all. Please come back.
Oh my God. Anytime.
Please. Okay, let's do one last mess, shall we?
Okay.
Yes.
I will ask you a question and you just give me an answer.
Okay.
Okay. So which celebrity or fictional character could ruin your life and you'd say thank you?
I mean, right now it's Jacob Elordi. Oh my God.
Oh, work. Okay.
Oh my God.
Miss Cleo.
Really? Have you watched that documentary?
Yeah.
That documentary is everything. She went through it. And that's a good answer. Okay. What's your most controversial food opinion?
Ooh, what is my most controversial food opinion? I don't like sushi.
Oh. I'm allergic, so I don't.
Okay.
I'm not there either. Yeah.
Sunchokes taste like crystal methamphetamine.
Sunchokes?
Correct.
And can I say? You would know.
What are sunchokes?
They were very popular in New York City restaurants in like 2015,
Well, you also
16,
worked,
17. I was also in food service at the time.
Okay.
They're a straight up weed that some farmer upstate was like, I bet we can sell these to yuppies. They're fucking terrible. And it is the only thing that if I see on a menu, I'll be like, can you make this without it?
Yeah.
And if not, like, it's a no for me.
Sunchokes. Obviously, we're gonna put a photo of that inside of this. Yeah. I don't know what it is. Okay. What's your most irrational ick?
Oh, what's my most irrational? I don't know. You go first.
I am so irrational about thinking that my husband is gonna die on a bicycle.
That is an irrational ick.
It's so irrational.
Do you know where it comes from?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
But I got really good advice from my therapist. He
what?
was like, the thing that exacerbates it for you is the fact that you plan and replan and plan and replan what you're going to do after that happens.
Yeah.
Make one plan and just stick to it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, that's actually helpful. He's like, because you can't,
you...
he's like, because clearly you're just like out here flailing for control over this.
Yes.
The only thing you can control is like the plan in place for afterward. And hopefully if you put that plan in place, this whole insane idea won't happen.
Yeah.
So if you think that way, sure, make a plan, but then stick to the plan.
Mm-hmm. Love it. How about you?
No, that rings very true for me too. Like the second I can't find somebody close to me on phone or text, my head immediately goes to they're in an accident.
Yeah.
And they're lost to me, and like, what am I gonna do?
Dark.
I know. I'm a coastal Jew, and he's married to one. So, yeah.
Okay, what's a show you'll defend to the grave, even if it doesn't need defending?
I mean, The Real Housewives.
Yeah, for sure. What's your favorite franchise?
Oh God, I mean, right now, right this second, Salt Lake is
giving. Potomac is also giving. I don't know.
This season, and I'll
Potomac
talk about a controversial hot take. I think Karen Huger sucked all the air out of the room, and I think without Karen Huger,
I gonna come for you.
I mean, I know,
but you're wrong. But I feel like Wendy is stepping up into Karen's.
And now we're also fascinated by Wendy because
the fraud.
of what is happening.
The fraud, yes.
But I mean, Miami is hard to beat. I think.
Sure, I fell off of Miami, but I do know I need to come back.
Miami's hard to beat. And I'm very excited for this new season of Beverly Hills.
Beverly Hills, Rachel Zoe, she's back on Bravo.
And I love myself some Bose. I think she was a fabulous addition.
Great. Yeah.
And it looks like they're going to come for Sutton this season. So, which
this is
is
why
well
Garcelle
deserved.
left. Garcelle was the target, and she said, "I'm out of here." How about you? What's the? Because we'll go on.
We will go on.
Complicated order as a crystal meth addict, but Breaking Bad.
Oh,
does not need defending, but I do think it's one of the best television shows in the history.
And I think people would agree with you for sure. I've actually never seen it.
It's phenomenal.
Then maybe that's a show. I'm looking for some shows that I haven't seen that I need to like.
Get ready.
Breaking Bad.
It's part of the canon.
I never
for
finished
sure.
it.
Okay. Okay. And this one is, what's the first song you'd play if you hijacked the aux cord right now?
Give It Up by Casey and the Sunshine Band.
Okay, work. How about you?
If I did what?
If you like hijacked the aux cord.
Oh, I mean,
to like plug in your phone, what would you put?
Get Together, Madonna, the Confessions on a Dance Floor album.
Gorge.
Mm-hmm.
If you could whisper one piece of messy advice into the world's ear right now, what would it be?
Just let go of shame. Just like it doesn't do you any good. Like and talk about just talk, communicate and talk about sex, about it all. Yeah,
love that.
Repeat after Daddy.
I was ready to repeat.
I could tell.
What do you love most about yourself?
My heart.
I'm hilarious.
You are very funny.
Yes. Amazing. That's the mess. Thank y'all for being
Thank
here.
you
Thank you so much. I hope we did you proud.
Yes, of course.